What is the study of ufology? What does ufology mean? The definition right here means the study of UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Can they be any more specific than that? Sure, in a perfect world. But this isn't a perfect world we live in. This is ufology, the study of lies and hoaxes, the study of cover-ups and things that you cannot believe unless you've seen yourself. When will you realize skeptics and debunkers know much less than you, yet think they know more? Keep your eyes open, do your own research, and remember, critical thinking rules over good guesses, theories, and hypotheses. Just remember, the evidence must corroborate the claim. If it does not, it's just a story.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Tuesday, May 2nd, 2023. How are we? Good. Still hanging in there. Still feeling good. That's a sign, knock on wood. He faked it. His hand did it. I saw his hand. Ah. That's right. Home of the YBARRA. We are truthology for ufology. That goes without saying, but we have to... Before I was interrupted, that we do bring daily truth to ufology. So what do we got in store today? Calm down now. Let's all calm down. Ufology is out of control. I don't understand what's going on in this field. I don't get it, but I do. I just can't believe it. I just can't. I saw this day was coming and it's here and I don't like it. I don't like it. Now you can, before, when I first came out, it was balloons, balloons. Then it was balloons and lens flares. Everybody doesn't know what they're talking about, lens flares. And then we got drones came into the action. Jesus Christ, drones, what are we going to do? We can't win with the drones. And then Starlink putting up 40,000 satellites over the course of several years. Now we've got that to contend with in the night sky. China's fake moon. Who knows where that's going to appear? You never know with these things. They can just happen and appear. And next thing you know, it's a fake moon. We're living in a parallel universe. No, we're not. We're not. China is trying to make everybody crazy. It's all China, all day, 24/7. Sometimes there'll be a UFO that we can't explain. It's China. That's how I feel. And it's okay. There are weird things that happen. Yes. But anytime there's weird things that happen, it's just a coincidence that we don't have any evidence. Rendlesham, no video, an audio tape, a recording, which is kick-ass, but they couldn't find a camera. All right. Even after the first night, they couldn't find a camera. Really? Not knowing that might come back? Didn't even think about it, huh? And what else? The Phoenix Lights event happened. That was like a 30-minute sighting. Nobody got it on camera. Isn't that amazing? It is, but that's a real event. That really did happen. Or did it? Dr. Lin did not capture the Phoenix Lights. Those were flares. I don't care if she swears on a stack of Bibles. Her proof is inconclusive. Those are UFOs. Inconclusive, which means what? It's just a story. A lot of these famous sightings get skewed, and you're going to say what I always say. Mainstream media, the government's telling them what to say. They're doing it on purpose. Well, then why? Why cover it up? Why not say, we don't know. We don't know what it was. It was huge, though. We don't have anything like that in our arsenal. We can't come out and say we do. And to fly it over a major city like Phoenix, Arizona, the 5th largest city in the nation at the time. Takes a lot of guts to fly something that could crash that's 1 to 2 miles wide. Even if it's a half mile wide. Jesus, 2,600 feet? We don't have anything like that. It's twice the size of the Empire State Building, if not more. So, it's crazy that we don't have any evidence for anything. The government does. We know that. I know that. I feel like I know it. I don't know for sure. But if anybody's got anything, they have it. And they're not going to release it to us. Once you come to terms with that, then ufology's fun. It is. Because now you have the possibility, why are people doing this? You know what I mean? What is the purpose for this? I just don't understand. Why fake it? Why? Because people saw it. That's why. Because people saw it. That's why. And they have to say something, right? So I have a video of one of these craft, and I want to show it to you because this is what the government's saying. And they're saying it loudly. It's like they're almost proud to say this. And before we get there, we want to say happy birthday to Samo. Samo Goofonian.
1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you.
Come on.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear.
Samo Goofonian Rockstar.
Happy birthday to you.
Samo is the best friend to have on Goof On. He is our moderator, Gator, the man with the plan. And he's coming back for more. So don't you close that door, Samo. We've got part 2 of your birthday song coming up. In about 15 seconds, you will be wowed. You will feel young. You will feel the energy from this room that loves you so much. We are collecting a unified group of people and family and friends that love you, that care for you, and wish you the best in all that life has to offer. And with that being said, we will get these little people to sing you more of the love that we want to give to you, Samo. Come on, guys. There you go. Come on in, Jay, G, and Joe. Go.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for
He's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Which nobody
Samo,
can
Samo,
deny.
Samo.
Which nobody can deny. Which nobody can deny. For he's
Nobody
a jolly
can
good
deny.
fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
Yeah.
So, say all of us.
Samo, Goofonian rock star, happy birthday. Snap ahead. The man, the myth, the legend. Happy birthday, Samo. We love you more than... you know? It's a good man right there. Thank you for being you and for all you do for Goof On. He's a good man. Let's have a drink to Samo. A little bit of dinner on one for he's a jolly good fellow. Happy birthday. Anybody deserves it. It's Samo. Not a bad thing, not a bad word, not a bad guy. This is a real person with real feelings. He means well. He gives good advice. And gosh darn it, he's getting old. Next year, when you turn half a century old, we're going to be there with paddles in our hands. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Samo. All things good, throwing down a $10 bada bing. Happy birthday, Samo. Super dono. Sorry, super chat. That's an actual super chat. Thank you for saying that. And thank you for the support to Goof On. All things good, throwing it down on top of the crown. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, £2, £2 super chat. Richie, how about Goof On free for Rumble? Yeah, maybe. Goof On free. I don't know. It's got a... I never thought of that, so Goof On free. Free Goof On. Free Goof On from YouTube. That's the joke. You just did it. You just got the name. You did it. Free Goof On. I don't know. I like it. Thank you, Samo. You'll have to... Ben. Don't ask me how I said that. Why I said that. Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian. I saw Goofonian, and that's probably what triggered it. Thank you, Ben, the Yorkshire Goofonian, a continuing supporter of the Goof On. All right. So, lots of love going around this Goof On family. You know, I can't explain. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. About where is everybody? I'm in the same boat as everybody else. Obviously, we used to have 150 a night up until March, and then March dropped 36%. Right on the day, March 1st, that show. We went from 1,500 to 900, and it hasn't stopped since. You see that we stop at around 900 views for each video that goes out. Now I do a show every night. If I did like the other shows where you do one or two a week, yeah, those videos would have 1,400 views because there's the next video didn't come up to take away from that one because people like to stay current and they won't go backwards if they're already caught up. So I do it, you do it, we all do it. It's just strange. And you'll see when I do a show on Friday, come back Monday, that show will have 500 more views than Monday through Thursday shows because I didn't do anything since Friday. But it doesn't make sense. Like, where are all those? Did those people really just, like 50 people just say, forget it, I can't do this anymore and left? Possibly. I did a thorough cleaning of my house and I found out where the flies were coming from. Yeah, I had coffee here one night and I didn't finish it. And I remember putting it down on the ground to the left. And then I moved my got weed sign and I didn't see it for like a few days. So what happened is I looked in it and I started smelling the coffee. I'm like, oh my God, it's like 50 dead flies in there. They must have hatched or something. And then the other ones just must have gotten out. Oh my God. It's like, you can't do anything in Arizona. None of that shit ever happened. It's too dry. It's weird out here. It's weird. I never had flies in Arizona. It's too hot. All right. So tonight, I just wanted to go over some things in the field. I wanted to do a catch up on everything that's going on with certain people I haven't talked about or certain things that I'm continuing on, like Kevin Day still talking, not making sense, but he's still talking. Well, Dave Scott, wait, now what did I do? Oh yeah, Dave Scott had Ron James on his show. Alien Girl had Ron James on her show. And I confused Ron James with somebody else. And I was in Amy's chat room saying, this guy's the best. He doesn't take any shit from nobody. And he believes what we believe all along. The guy's a freaking tool. What he did to Third Phase of Moon was laughable. He wanted to go on their show, sent them his bio, and they weren't rude when they replied. They just, instead of having him on, a long email, they just said, I'll pass. And he went ballistic. Ron James. He went on another show, I think, but I don't know. He was saying stuff like, oh, these guys, maybe he emailed them back and said, oh man, you guys, the hoaxers and all this stuff. And he just lost it. Think I'd want to go on there anyway. I can't remember. It was a year or so ago, maybe 2 years ago, but I couldn't remember. I remembered the face. But this is what I'm saying. That kind of shitty attitude, he was faking the whole time. Ron James was that he was this nice guy, gives this persona of, hey, have me on your show. I know a lot of shit, right? And Third Phase, all they said is, we'll pass. 2 words. Then the guy, I wouldn't want to go on your show anyway. You're a bunch of scammers, hoaxers, liars. Oh, all of a sudden. And meanwhile, Third Phase of Moon helped this guy out before all this. I can't remember the details, but I'm right that it is this guy. And I can't believe I was supporting him. So when Dave Scott said he'll have him on, I said, that guy's such a tool. I couldn't watch the show because I saw him on Amy's show. And I said, did you know the story about what he did to Third Phase of Moon? He's an F-tard. And then I said, having a goof on his going out of business sale on Friday. So I'm making a deadline for this channel. April 15th, 2024 will be my 20-year anniversary in this field. And if things don't get better, after all the stuff I'm going to do in the next few months, if things don't start to turn around like YouTube said they would, you need to go out and make videos. You need to go out and get away from doing the same thing, because you're just doing your channel and there's not enough shorts to change the algorithm. You do one a week on average. That's not going to do it. Well, Third Phase talked to their representative on YouTube. They did everything exactly to a T of what they told Third Phase to do to help their channel grow. It made it worse. These people don't know. The algorithm is set. They can't change it. They can listen to us, and then they're going to advise us. Like Third Phase they went live for 2 or 3 weeks. That didn't change their numbers or the algorithm. And, they did some other things to change it up, and it didn't work. Made it worse. That's because they're on a degrading scale. Like when a channel's new and they like the channel, every 3 months they may give you an increase of 10% more recommendations and everything. They're doing the opposite for ufology. We're going backwards, and they're doing it slowly, except for what happened in March. 30% of our audience is gone or are invisible, and their numbers, their names won't show up, even though they're here. I just found out today somebody's been watching the show and commenting. I've never heard of them. Yeah, let me tell you what the name is. Tell me if anybody knows this person. And they're like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I don't understand how I wouldn't have seen this guy if he's talking in my chat room. Here, I'm going to bring up the name of the guy. I've never heard of him. And if you're here now, let me know. Oh, here it is. His name is David Mijal, Mijal. David Mijal. Has anybody ever heard of that guy? David Mijal. Never heard of him. Never seen that name. I would remember that name. Samo. Do you know anybody with that name? Neither do I. I know David's, but not that last name, unless he shows up under a different name in the chat. But I was told no. Right, Nathan, it's a unique name. So that's my first clue. This person said they've commented, tried to get my attention, and I ignored, so they stopped chatting. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you. I think they make people invisible. They have ways of the numbers just not looking good, so it discourages us. Well, in my mind, I think we've got 400 people here, so that's what I believe. I believe we've got 400 here, and Shell Shock came back, so now we're 401. What's up, Shell Shock? Good to see you. What's up, Laser Beam? Hope you're doing well. I know, we spoke earlier a little. All right, let's get to work here a little more. I was going to play this. Let me see. Watch this. Somebody stole my intro. Pretty much. Not really. But watch. You'll see. Somebody said shortened version of our new podcast trailer. This version. Oh, I am not going to advertise for another woke show. Kidding me? I didn't know it was that. So, post-disclosure world, this I have to mention. Okay. Ryan Robbins, who is UFO Jesus, says, we're so lucky to have James Fox, who has cataloged some of the best UFO evidence, helping to ensure that as a society, we don't drop the ball in holding our representatives accountable and reminding our fellow human of the reality of this scientific enigma. That's truly commendable. Huh? What making movies have to do with holding your representatives accountable? So Michael Shermer says, Dear James Fox, I love this, and I hate Michael Shermer. He's the worst skeptic on the planet. Says, Dear James Fox, I heard the episode of you on Joe Rogan. Like Joe, I want to believe ETs are coming here, but I can't without extraordinary evidence for this extraordinary claim of proof of contact. Here is what unmistakable photo evidence looks like. Yeah, boy, that's real evidence right there. Yeah, way to go, James Fox. And what did I say? Did I comment? I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see. No, maybe I didn't. I really thought I did. Nope, I guess not. Oh, was that Brandon Zieg? No, I thought that was Brandon Ziegfugel. So James Fox is being hailed as, by UFO Jesus, as one of the major contributing factors in getting the word out. True. He is. He is. Doesn't mean he's doing it good or bad. I like James Fox. Just lately, he seems a little more commercialized than I've ever seen him. Really pushing the alien agenda on us. Like, he really is trying to say he believes that the Varginha alien thing was real. And it probably was. I'm trying to think, if they did see an alien and described it the way they did, it doesn't mean that it was an alien, though. But if you take into account everything that happened with Varginha, that is an incredible story. But I thought James Fox did not do a good job with that movie. The first half of it was okay. He could have lost the last 20 minutes by repeating the same things over and over. But this is what happens when James Fox only has a year to make a documentary instead of 6. The guy can't work fast. Hence the garbage. All right, let's hear. I have to hear what our government is doing. Kirsten Gillibrand again in the news for talking. Let's hear what she says this time on the Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford. Oh, Matt's not a bad guy. He doesn't know us, but I know of him. Here we go.
Our next guest is a trailblazer in bringing the UAP subject out from the shadows.
I don't know about that.
In 2023, she led a bipartisan effort to place 33 pages of legislation on UAP in the National Defense Authorization Act.
Nice background.
That is now law. Please welcome from the great state of New York.
Wait, what's now law?
Senator Gillibrand.
Oh, sorry. Jesus, what did I do?
Let's get to what was your plan? So the legislation on UAP in the National Defense Authorization Act, that is now law. Please welcome from the great state of New York, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. Senator, how are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here. And we know your schedule is tight, so we're going to jump right into the subject of hand.
Great.
So, Senator, there have been reports of objects in our skies and undersea from our military pilots and other service members that they just couldn't explain. Now, these objects are referred to as unidentified anomalous and undersea phenomenon, or UAP. So, Senator, what was your turning point when you decided that we as a nation, that we have to take these reports seriously and look into them?
Well, it was a combination of things. The thing that really got me highly concerned was when service members had come forward with digital evidence, whether it was video or radar or different sensory data, that they were retaliated against or disregarded or somehow diminished or demeaned in their roles. And I thought,
stop. Okay, here's what I want to know. And we haven't heard from one whistleblower. I want to know, maybe you have and I missed it. I want to know how they were harassed. I want to hear what these people, how they were harassed. We never get to hear that. We heard from Bob Lazar, but I want to know specifics. Just because Gillibrand is saying that these people were harassed, how? Were their tires slashed? You know why I want to know? Because I want to know if they're just paranoid, or if those are real threats, or are they making this up? Because I have a feeling that whistleblowers aren't who they say they are all the time. And even though you can verify who they are and who they said they were and where they worked, doesn't necessarily mean that was their job. So, you know, their job may have, like, you know, technical advisor or something, you know, Department of Defense, whatever. You know, you could throw out any title. It doesn't matter. What work did they do? I want to know how they were harassed. We never get to hear that. I would love to have a whistleblower, several, talk about how they were harassed. I think when we go to to Washington, June 10th, to hear Greer's people, I think we'll get an idea of how they were harassed. I want those questions answered. I want to know from each person that claims they whistleblew if they were harassed and how.
As chair personnel at the time, at the personnel subcommittee of the Armed Services Committee, I was not going to tolerate our service members being in any way disparaged because they were doing their jobs to report these sightings. And so once I heard about that, I started getting much more detailed in my review of what is the you know, the scope of these unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah.
What is the military's role? Are they reviewing them? Do they actually analyze them? Do they identify them? And unfortunately, I found out the answer was largely no, and they weren't actually doing the work, which is why me and a few other senators on the Armed Services and Intelligence Committee decided to create a specialized office 2 years ago within the Department of Defense that were supposed to review all sightings and to make sure that whistleblowers can come forward, to make sure that no one can be retaliated against, and that that people are obligated to report, because we wanted to make it clear that the military could not disparage or retaliate against people who were just giving evidence of things they've seen.
Oh yeah, the government's just gonna listen to you. Yeah, we're getting ready to go check in on the Schwartz. Yeah, we're going in there to go get him. And, okay, yes, we're going in there now. Wait a minute. We can't go in there. He's whistleblowing as we speak. He's off limits. What do you mean he's off limits? He's telling the truth. We can't touch him now. Okay, leave. Yeah, it's going to happen like that. They're about to bust in, get the whistleblower. Psh. Why were they going after him anyway? Because he's talking again? Or was that the first time? Did they know? Were they listening in? That's awfully strange. A lot of people get paranoid, right? I've talked to some of you who seem paranoid. And I tell you, you're not being followed. You're not being watched. You haven't done anything. You haven't said anything. If anybody's going to be touched, followed, harassed, it's me. But you know why they're not? Because I don't know anything. I don't have anything that they want. They don't care. But obviously they do, because YouTube is shadow banning us all. Why? Why? I don't get it. You know? And you see some other shows, and all they do is talk about near-death experiences and how there is a portal and how people can go through time and space. And then they got people who are saying, oh, this is definitely the government listening in when it's just a digital artifact in the camera. So the channels that are wooing it up, that make no sense, and the people that tell the truth are, the people who are doing the woo and making no sense are getting, they're not blocked. They're not shadow banned. But the people who tell the truth are. Even Amy is shadow banned. And how could Third Phase of Moon be shadow banned? They don't say anything negative because they're not that way. All they do, and I say this with the utmost respect, because it's not all they do, but what they do is put out UFO videos from the public. And every now and then NASA may have something, but they put it up right away. Shadow banned. Never used to be. I mean, they did get 800,000 subscribers. I met them when they had, what was it? 797,000? GoofOn got more subscribers than they did, right? Over the last couple of years. Well, what did we get? 9,880. Wait, 9,000. Let's just say 10,500 because we had 260 when we started GoofOn already there on the channel. So 10,500. They've only gotten 3,000. That's so wrong. And when I first met them and became friends with them, they were getting 35,000 to 50,000 views per premiere, putting them out nightly. Now, 25,000 to 35,000. It's almost half. Not them. I wonder. You know, that's why I'm giving myself the 20-year yank. And because I don't see this getting any better for GoofOn. No offense, but I didn't get in this to go backwards, you know. But now I'm going to be doing something different. And I hope you guys are along for the ride. I think it'll be very fun. But the days of going every night are over. You know, I was thinking of getting rid of Saturday and Sunday. But I'm not. I think I'm going to get rid of one day a week and go on and do Saturday and just take Sundays off. Or the reverse. Maybe go on Sunday. But when football starts, I don't want to do Sunday. So it looks like we'll be doing Saturday, and it won't be the normal time. It'll be probably 9 o'clock at night. Anyway, back to work. Anyway, she's saying everything we want her to say, but I thought Arrow was supposed to pick up the slack.
Which is absolutely essential from a domain awareness, national security perspective. So we are now just pushing the military and the intelligence community to fund this office and to do the work.
Now, and we're going to talk about the whistleblowers a little bit more in depth here in a bit. But one thing I wanted to touch on, so these military servicemen and women that have testified observing UAP operating in a way that exceed our current understanding of physics, in a lot of these cases, they go all the way back to World War II and beyond. So with that in mind, would this preclude adversarial operations such as those from China and Russia from the equation?
No, and in fact, for a lot of people, that's what it's all about. What the goal of the office is to do is review all data related to unidentified aerial phenomenon, present, past, and as reported. we also now have the goal of increasing our collection. So actually increasing the sensors and the radar capabilities and the ability to glean information and data from airspace that previously we really didn't monitor. We do very little monitoring of airspace outside of commercial airspace. And we have requirements for commercial airspace. You have to have emitters, you have to have lights. But many of these sightings can be in the areas that we don't monitor very effectively. And so the
reason the majority of those sightings are in places that you don't monitor regularly is because China knows that. And or Russia. Jesus, a China spy was sleeping with Buttigieg, right? Wasn't she sleeping with him? Or a Chinese spy? Was it Buttigieg? Or was it the other guy? I can't remember. I mean, really? Well, we may have slept together, and I may be in the Senate, but she didn't get any information from me. I never told her anything. You didn't have to. She hacked your computer, ding-dong. And your phone. God, I love America.
A new ambition for this office is to make recommendations about additional sensors, what we need developed.
And we need additional sensors all of a sudden. All of a sudden, for those places that are hard to reach. My God. I've been doing a lot of cardio, so I'm really pushing up a lot of phlegm. I'm checking now. I did not see. All right, there's no PayPal. Okay. I didn't miss any PayPals. I just had a message come in to check your PayPal. Nothing there yet. Well, all right, let's finish. She's on for a while here, but let's give her another 20, 30.
And also, it's important from just plain old national security. If you've got China developing hypersonic missiles, you need the ability to detect those as well as a Chinese spy balloon or Chinese drones or Iranian drones or any other adversary.
How do we not have this already? Doesn't that scare anybody? I mean, really. She's saying we need to have these sensors in places we don't have them in so we can detect, come on, man. If you can't figure out what's on the way from 6,000 miles away in enough time to give a warning, then what good are you? What are we going to do? Just wait until they get here and then we have our sensors on? Oh, they're already in the airspace. Call a couple of F-18s to shoot this out. No. It's very strange what I'm hearing. Everything has to come from the ocean, right? From China, Russia, and abroad, right? Unless they're coming in through Mexico or Canada, land, and that ain't happening. So how are we not detecting these objects? Even if they had a submarine off the coast 20 miles, that has to be detected. We knew that spy balloon was on the way 2 days before it was announced it was over our country. So don't believe everything you hear because we know what's going on. And I got to be honest. How do we know they're going to adjust the sensors? Do we get data on this too? And even then, I'm not going to believe it because that could all be manipulated. They back themselves in a corner where they can't get out and they don't have the answers to the correct questions asked. Nobody's asking very hard questions as of yet. She is a UFO bot. Let me see. That better not be. See, I knew it. Nathan. Here's a PayPal under the radar. All over the early detection systems. Now you're playing my ball. Very funny. Nathan with $3.33 on the PayPal. That's very funny, though. Under the radar. I like that. But I got you. Thank you. Nathan from the Quantum Show chipping in. That was nice, man. Appreciate that. Continuing supporter of Goof On. Jeanette Angel throwing down her infamous yellow 10 super dono, everybody. Give it up for Jeanette Angel. That's as hard as I can go. Let's see. Grazie. Grazie. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, Jeanette. All right, I'm done with it's probably Kirsten. It sounded like before they did that interview, he asked her, how do you really pronounce your first name? Because I hear it all different ways. Kirsten, not Kirsten, not Corsten, it's Kirsten. Okay, got it. So, I'm changing up. Hold on. Just changing it up for a second. All right. Here's a video. And I'm only posting this to show you that the white man is under attack like nobody's business. So if you're going to go somewhere, guys, I'm saying guys, I don't know about white girls, but white men are being attacked. I can't tell you how many dirty looks a day I get. Really, I'm going to start wearing my Trump hat again. Make it great again. Because this shit's happening in New York. This is bad.
There, he's looking for someone. Oh, look, there's a white guy. I'm sure that's just incidental here. Hey, you doing anything there, white guy? Here, look at me. And he dumps mice all over. This is unreal.
Okay, that's crazy.
What an insane city.
How weird is that?
Yep, there they are. Mice falling all over the place now.
Wouldn't that freak you out?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad.
And the guy does nothing.
What a freak.
Wow.
There we
Jump
are in
that
New York
guy.
City. And then we got another video.
Where's your manhood?
A white family.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Take your jacket off. It's unbelievable. And you know why the guy probably won't do anything? Because he can't tell if he's got a weapon. This is the world we're living in. And let me tell you something. It's not that different from when I grew up. It really isn't. No. I see people saying stuff all the time. Oh, this never happened. No, it did. People have been like that in New York forever on the subway. That's why people don't like taking the subway. Yeah. But I kid you not, the white man is under attack in this country. I'm telling you, keep your guard up. I'm not saying become a racist. I'm just saying, know your surroundings. I always do anyway, because that's just me, because I don't want to get beat up by accident. I'd like to save a life someday if somebody, tried to hurt somebody else. Always aware of my surroundings. Now, the U.S. military is tracking another mysterious balloon. Did you hear about this? Yeah. I got a video here that explains what's going on. This is so stupid. No, seriously, this is getting out of control, silly. Here. Come on. 5, 4, 3, Richie, 2, go. Where's the volume?
About UFO, it's another balloon. Tell me what we know. So it appears to be another balloon. I will say the officials that we're speaking to say that they don't believe this is a Chinese balloon, but they don't really know who owns it. It's been flying. It did fly
with
over
impunity.
The last several days over part of Hawaii. Now it appears to be moving east towards Mexico. We don't exactly know where it is on that transit at this point. Unlike the Chinese spy balloon from a couple of months ago, this balloon does not appear to have maneuverability or propulsion.
What's
so in
up,
other
Wayne?
words, it seems to just sort of be floating along with the wind. That's according to these officials, but it does have a payload. So
what's up, Bob
at this
Jiggle?
point, it's just not really clear what this is. Now, the officials
Sorry,
say that
Wayne,
it
I
also
meant to
is
say
not
hi
presenting
earlier.
any kind of a threat to aviation, to commercial aviation or planes in the sky, and it does not appear to be any kind of a national security threat. But Katie, we pointed out to our viewers because There's another balloon, unknown origin, and the U.S. is tracking it to see exactly what it is and where it goes.
Is there now a policy in place of what the government will do with it, with these balloons? I mean, is there talk about when you shoot something down and when you don't? I know we asked officials this over and over again during the last melee, and there was never really a clear answer. Has one since been formed?
So from a military perspective, there is a very clear checklist that existed during all of the February time of the balloons that were shot down over several days to now, and it still exists. And if it's an immediate threat, the commander of NORTHCOM NORAD, General Glenn Van Herk, actually has the authority. If it presents an immediate threat, they know it's armed, and it may be something that could do immediate damage. He actually has the authority to shoot it down. But there's also a checklist that exists. So if something, they look at things like commercial aviation. Does it present an immediate threat to those? Is there something about any kind of an unknown flying object that it could be a threat to people on the ground? Those are things that they go through. Again, in this case, that does not seem to be the case from a military perspective, but then there's also other layers of government bureaucracy. So if it seems that it is a ultimate threat, so not immediate, obviously it's going to go to the White House, it's going to go to the Secretary of Defense, they're going to discuss the possibilities, the FAA would be brought in. At this point, none of that seems to be the case. The U.S. military is still tracking it to see where it goes, but they're watching it. It's not impossible, by the way, here, Katie, if this thing goes over U.S. soil, that they would shoot it down. That's still in the realm of possible. Just not at this point.
Courtney, thank you very much for joining us.
At the time, I don't know if it's been shot down since, but Nathan from the Quantum Show says, how about we start capturing them intact? Stop shooting at them, but bring them down softly so we can take a look at them softly. Why does everything have to be so, do or die, all or nothing? Save something. I want video evidence of everything from here on out. What I'm surprised is there's no civilian video of it. Strange. Yes. I remember when the 2600 was the top of the technology, and we thought those were unbelievable graphics. Remember River Raid, Pitfall? Great games. Just fun. I had them all. Not at the same time. There was one time where I had Intellivision and Atari 2600. And then the Atari 5600 came out, which was okay, but it wasn't great. That's when I wound up getting ColecoVision. Coleco came out and blew away Sega. They blew away everybody. They had the steering wheel. They had the shifter for the racing games. They had everything. Yeah. Anyway. Time moves on. And right now, it's really weird when you play the sports games. They may look good, but they still play the same way. You still call plays the same way. You still run and jump and twist and turn and dive and do all that stuff the same. Thank God they keep it the same because you got every button you're going to use. But the graphics, even though they're sharper and better, I still see when football players hit each other, they slide a little bit to one side, or it's just off still. It's not perfect. I think soccer is the best looking sports game that EA Sports makes, and I think that's one of the best playing pound for pound. And hockey's awesome, but I really love soccer. Soccer is one of the best sports on the planet. I'm really confused right about now. I had, before tonight's show, set up tonight's show. And I'm telling you, man, I had 9 things I could have sworn were planned and ready to talk to or watch. and I don't see them. It's very odd. I'm trying to see if I did something else. Wow. What did I do? That's so bizarre. All right. There's nothing I can do. Here we go. Andrew sent me $1 on the Cash App saying, just so you know, I still love you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Gonna pull up this video. I was told to go 17 minutes in, and it's about NASA vehicles or something. Check this out. Samir sent this to me. Samo sent this to me. And it comes from a TikTok video, creepy TikTok videos, which are my favorite but right now. But check this out. I was told to go here, and that it says NASA vehicles. Huh? What? So let's see. Here we go. 3, 2, go.
Check out those images. They're identical to these. Yeah, this very empty. Oh, there's one of those ATVs. All right, now we're on to something.
Huh?
Oh, I got another truck.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
It says NASA. What's that say?
Oh, this is old. This is from
Mars
Sweden.
Project.
Yeah, these are
Things
old.
just driving around taking pictures.
Right.
Unbelievable.
That's
Actually,
when they
here's
were
me.
practicing in the desert.
But what do you think? Are they sending scientists up on ATVs to practice on the rover in a remote island in Greenland?
They could just be training grounds. I don't know. Tell me what you guys.
It's supposed to be training grounds. That's what I found out many years ago when that video came out. Still cool though, because I don't really know if we are at Mars. Truly don't know. Watch this.
People are worshiping it.
This fly, it's one baby fly. It's trying to get in my nose mouth. Oh my God. People travel as far as 30 miles believing the tree would bring them good wood. I mean, good luck and help them win the lottery. One man won money.
Plant the whole earth. But with that being said, guys, that was the video.
In the Gregorian calendar, right? I go to my
Hey, as soon as that shot rang out, it was out of there.
What's good with y'all? Man, peace to y'all. Yeah. So I'm saying, I just wanted to blow something real quick, because I just want y'all to see something. Look at here. Y'all see that? I know I'm not tripping.
What?
I'm telling y'all, like, the NBA is fake. This is a robot. It's crazy as it sounds. Like, it's like you can peel his off. Like, look at that, bro. Oh, I'm not tripping, bro.
This guy thinks you could peel him off like he's a robot. What?
Come on.
Where?
I've never seen anybody else play at such a high level for so long, so he might just be a robot.
Turn it off, Charlie.
Whoa.
Whoa, what is that?
Can't be real, because I don't see how you would be laughing like that.
Miss the upcoming astronomical events on April.
Is that real?
Might just be a robot.
What if this is real?
Miss the upcoming
Can't be real, because I...
Could it be? And the reason it's not real, because of what this guy said. They wouldn't be laughing. They'd be going, oh my God, I can't believe it's a UFO. This is where Scambian would go, oh, that's real. I've seen it. I bet you have. I bet you have. All right. I'm just looking for some more trippy stuff.
Says farming, energy, mining.
Oh, here's a
That was a
UFO.
genius
Let's check this one out.
idea.
Oh, is this the one that shines back at him? Yeah. You know why that's a drone? Because they couldn't find him at first. That's why. If it was aliens, they would have found him immediately. They were trying to turn the drone to get it just right. Here, point it right at him.
Just a drone with a
Oh,
laser
I missed it.
Press details.
He said the same
You have
thing.
been paid 2,000 central bank digital tokens. The following fees are being deducted: accommodation fee, food ration fee, recycling fee, clean energy fee, personal greenhouse gas emissions fee, climate change fee, diversity fee. Your current remaining balance is 5 central bank digital tokens, and if not spent, it will expire in 7 days.
The future. That's how I feel.
Oh, this was good. Here, let's look at this one more. Dark Side of the Moon. I've seen this once, I think.
Side of the moon doesn't exist. It's weird to think about, but the side of the moon that we don't see also goes through lunar phases because all sides of the moon get equal sunlight, which means that even though they last longer, there is a daytime and a nighttime at any point on the moon. The poles are weirder, just like on Earth. But this means that there are fully illuminated photos of the far side of the moon, like this mosaic image. And here's a recent one from the Artemis mission. And here's one from the Discover spacecraft with a fully illuminated Earth as well, since the sun is behind the camera. So when you see photos like this, it's bright. It's daytime on the moon. The sky is black because there's no atmosphere.
I'll admit a couple of those pictures she showed were questionable, but I think the dark side of the moon exists.
I think the dark side of the moon exists. Of course it exists. That's how the front end is staying. Brother-in-law. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying? I feel weird right now. Discovery of giants in Israel. This was sent to me by a listener who goes by the name of Roy. And this here I'm going to show you. Archaeological excavation closed and hidden in Israel due to discovery of giants. It says in the Bible, giants walked the earth. And oh, yeah. There's an Art Alien TV. You know about Art Alien TV. I've watched it. There's many humanoids shown on that channel. It's weird. It's a weird... Here, I'll play it. This is only 2 minutes long, but I don't know. This is from the channel Tales from Out There. And I've got this one fly that has got more energy than the entire sun. Here we go. Archaeological expedition hidden in Israel discovery of giants. Wow. Wow, they look at them. They even have clothes on. Walking around. Look at that. That giant's got a green shirt. He's got a blue one. Oh, that's not it? Oh, here. Yeah, wow. Oof, what is that? A nut? Is that a schlong? That is one giant. I just picked my nose. It was so itchy I didn't care. Oh, come on. Wow, penis erectus. Can't believe they're showing this on television. Look at the bones. Nah. Is that a helmut? That looks like a helmut. I can't tell how big it is though. That's a sword? Is that a sword? That looks like the UFO we saw the other day under the ocean. This one here. Wait, something's wrong with this. What is this? Do you see what I'm seeing? This film. Is this faked? This whole area looks fake. It's weird. Caught my eye. Yeah, it's weird. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This can't be real. Look at that. That does not look like a human skull. It looks part human, and I'm not sure, but it doesn't look, something's wrong. That doesn't look right to me. No, it's not the first giant sword. You're right. There's been several. That's what I'm thinking. It wouldn't have been that shiny, but who knows? I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know, really. I'm not an expert on this. See, now this looks real. That looks like a real skull. He's even got a dirt hat on. See that big dirt hat? They call that the land. No, I'm joking, of course. But look at the teeth. They're supposed to have giants had 2 rows of teeth. Apparently. This one doesn't seem to have 2 rows, although I can't tell from that angle. Wow, look at that. Wow, this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. It's so wild. Yeah, really, look at that. What an ingenious way. They even made a little indent where the pupil goes. Like, whoa. Pretty cool. Carving. Look at this. Look, he's wearing, what kind of shorts are these? These are boat shorts with, I mean, look at the attire. These look like Anunnakis, right? The Anunnakals? Anunnaks? The Anunnaki, but you can't come in. Stupid. I want to pick my nose so bad. But I can't on camera. Can I do it again? Would you notice? Wow, look at this. Oh, we just did. I don't know, kids. I don't know, but I enjoy it. The one on the left doesn't look right. The one on the left doesn't look normal to me. It looks like it has a pointed chin. Your mother's got 16 flies on her chesticle. This part right here, see how it is here? And then look at it over here. It's a different type of species. Maybe it is humanoid-ish. But what kind of humanoid? Human, alien, cyborg? Is it even real? Is this whole thing fake? Very possible. Very possible. Impossible. Thank you to Roy for bringing that out. My man. That was good stuff. Michelle gives us some things. Let's see what's on this one. I don't know. Do not answer your door? Hold on. This is nothing. Sorry, let me just get rid of that. I never know what kind of videos I'm getting from this individual. Howie Mandel, Mr. Catfish 2100 sent me this 12 days ago, now about 13 days ago. He was on a TV show talking about Joe Rogan, of all people. Okay. Whoops, I almost made a huge mistake. That would have hurt. All right. Well, this is nice. This will be a good treat to hear Mr. Howie Mandel. He and Jeff, never mind. Forget it. I'm not even going to mention it. Here, 3, 2, 1, go.
UFO.
But once, have you really?
Yeah.
What'd you see?
I saw, and I was with my wife, and it was right there. I was driving. I was in Toronto. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I was in my 20s, and we were driving down a country road, and I thought, oh my God, there's a giant accident way up ahead, because I saw this line of like a half a mile wide of all these flashing lights. So I thought there was like a lineup of ambulances or, first responders or whatever. And as I got closer and closer, that whole line of lights, quicker than I can fathom, just shot into the sky and disappeared. And I turned to my wife and I go, did you, I saw something. Did you see something? She goes, the lights? And I go, yeah. And we've never seen anything since. We went, this is way before the internet, but we called the airport. We called the military. Has there been any reports? We didn't see anything on the news, but we both saw it.
What could you describe the lights?
A straight line of lights that looked like they were probably, a quarter of a mile wide. Like this was a giant line of lights. So I thought there was all cars lined up, on a road. We were there was no street lights or anything. It was when I realized what it was probably about 30 or 40 feet above the road. When I think about where I first saw the lights, they couldn't be on top of a car because there's no car that stands that high, or trucks or a train. And then the point was that how fast that I saw how quickly I saw this line of lights just shoot into the atmosphere and disappear. Like I've never seen anything move at that velocity.
How far away was it when it shot away?
See, because it was night, it could have been 10 miles. It could have been 1 mile. I don't know how big it was because I didn't actually see the object. I saw
how
a
far
line
did
of
it
lights.
look?
So I don't know.
Why is it when people ask that question to other people when they have a sighting at night, how far do you think it was? Well, it could be not. We know that. That's not what I asked. I asked you, how far do you think it was? Don't give me this whole mathematical thing. Just answer the question. See, people, they walk on eggshells when they're giving their story information out because they don't want to mess up and look like a liar. It's sad, right? But it is what it is.
How far I was from the lights. But I do know, if you called my wife right now, she would describe the exact same thing. She was sitting in the car with me. We're both not, UFO enthusiasts. I don't know that I didn't have a non-belief. I just never thought of it. We saw this weird thing that has never been explained to us. I think it would be ignorant of me to not think that this was something beyond our scope as far as what we have on Earth. So I've seen that. And I've read a lot, like you have, of other people who are seemingly trustworthy, educated people who have seen similar things, who've had, it's not always just the kook in the cornfield said, I saw a UFO. There are people in science.
See, people still go to that. And we haven't had that kind of ufology in a decade minimum. The reports come in from everywhere. Within the last 10 years, I thought we were beyond that stereotype. We're still in that stereotype. Unbelievable to me. A good old Jim Bob in the deepness of the woods, who can't see 3 feet in front of him, saw a UFO with all the alcohol they drink. You know why they drink all that alcohol? To deal with the UFO sightings. And they're alcoholics. If they don't drink that much, they won't feel good. Leave them be. They feel normal. Just because they're drinking a lot doesn't mean they can't describe what they saw accurately. It depends if they're an alcoholic or a casual drinker. It really does. Casual drinker who was drunk that night, I wouldn't believe the story 100%. But an alcoholic who drinks that much every night to feel normal, it's a different scope on the believability factor. Not much of a change, but you know what I mean, right?
Educated people who have seen it. So
fighter pilots.
Why do fighter pilots have to fit in the equation of educated people? We put them up on a pedestal, and yet we just learned how David Fravor probably lied along with Alex Dietrich, Ryan Graves, and a host of others, Kevin Day. My thing with that Nimitz sighting is Kevin Day. Kevin Day's the secret. He knows something. That's why I think he lost his mind. Had a nervous breakdown. He was told to keep something secret that he didn't want to do. It went against everything he believed in. That's what I think happened. his story may not be 100% accurate either. What he's telling us. Oh, nobody believed me, so it made me upset. Wrongo. You couldn't believe what you were doing, projecting it out on everybody else. I love saying that. Projecting. I've been using it a lot. It's the third time in a week. All right, let's finish with the how.
Commercial pilots.
Did you see the most recent one? There was a woman who was a model who was on a plane. Did you see that, Jamie? It just got released today. She got what they're calling some of the most compelling UFO video ever. She's flying in a plane in this silver thing.
It's a balloon.
They freeze framed it. It looks like a flying disc.
We still don't know what it is, right? We still don't know. You'll see.
A model. She's just in a plane and filming out the window. And they had seen this thing apparently, and she's trying.
It's the one that goes by that's really clear. You saw it. Yeah, we played this clip before. So that's about it on Howie. He saw it. He saw a UFO himself. The lights took off. They were a row of lights 30 feet off the ground. That's it. And he said they took off faster than he can imagine. It's pretty fast. I can imagine fast. It must be fast. I imagine this is what it looked like. That's what he saw. Something like that. I know there's one red light on the top, but hey. All right, what else? These are the videos and stuff I'm playing. That one came from Mr. Catfish. This is from you, the listener, the viewer, the watcher. Here, watch Alien from Area 51. The alien autopsy footage revealed. This comes from Paul, whoever that is, who watches the show. Oh, this is over an hour long. Oh, wow, that's cool, man. Oh, this is the story on the alien autopsy. The guys are here and everything talking about it. We'll get to that another time because that is an hour and 10 minutes of watching. That's cool. Thank you very much for that, Paul. Let me go ahead and put that back as unread so I get back to it. COVID. So I shouldn't catch COVID for a while, right? Since I've had it twice in the last, well, now 7 or 8 weeks. Jeanette gave $12.50 on, that was yesterday. Did I say thank you for that? I must have, because it was clicked on and I don't have it in the account anymore. But thank you very much again, Jeanette, for using that Cash App. It's just like PayPal. All right. Oh my God. I'm going to play a video that I'm not sure. I think this is really interesting. Guys, I didn't know this was sent to me, but I'm going to play it. You just watch it yourself. I don't even want to attempt to comment.
This guest loved playing with Barbies, but as a girl with Down syndrome, she never had one that quite looked like her. Now, in part thanks to her, that has all changed. This week, Mattel unveiled a new doll as part of the Fashionistas collection designed to be more inclusive. The doll includes distinctive features common in those with Down syndrome and wears a blue and yellow dress, the colors of Down syndrome awareness. Kayla McEwen is the manager of grassroots advocacy at the National Down Syndrome Society. She joins me now along with the society's CEO, Candy Pickard. Welcome to you both, ladies. Thank you so much.
But the Barbie looks similar. Right? Well, all right. If that's what they want to go with. I thought it would be a little different than that, but it's cool. That's all right. It's not UFOs, so I just was curious. Somebody sent that to me, and that was Michelle, who goes by... No, that was Mr. Catfish sent that to me. Yeah, interesting. So a good friend of the show, Jose Sanchez, has another piece of artwork I can share with you, which is phenomenal, what I'm about to show you. It is called Mothman Perched. Check this out. This is from Jose Sanchez, who does artwork all the time for Third Phase and sends them to me. Beautiful. Check it out. Yeah. He's getting better too. It's like I've known this gentleman for about 3 years now. And he's done a lot of TR3Bs, and you know how Michael Schratt has all those diagrams and pictures of all the stories that were popular throughout time? Well, that's kind of what this is like. Jose Sanchez does these types of things, a lot of Star Wars stuff, which I know Nathan, I keep forgetting to send you some of his stuff if you don't get it. Just really good artwork. He's a good guy too. I always forget to share stuff like that. Jose Sanchez is his name. You guys know him. Sure. Sure do. All right. What else? I'm going through the listener submissions here. I'm just looking. Let's see. Lynn sent me something. See, that fly is trying to get in my nose. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to show this right now. There's too much to go through. All right. Nathan sent me the link to the Hero Comic-Con on May 5th. Is that where we're going? That's where we're going. Check this out, guys. I'll meet Nathan down here this weekend. Right? May 5th. Is this where I'm supposed to meet you? Dude, how cool is this going to be? Seriously. How funny is this going to be? I can't believe we're going to meet. Fort Myers, May 5th, 6th. But I don't have a ticket. I don't know if I can afford a ticket. How much are they? I won't be able to go. I mean, I can drive there and maybe spend the night, but I may have to go home the same day, bro. Yeah, I'd have to go home that night. I can't afford to stay out at night. Doesn't say how much it is. That stinks. Dirty Sanchez. What are you guys talking about? All right, here we go. I found some things here. Tickets. Tickets. How much are these tickets? All right, El Charo truck. Food, fun. Where are the tickets? Oh, where? How much? Tickets, here we go. Guests, celebrity guests, cosplay, entertainment guests. Buy tickets. Oh, $20? Friday, Saturday, 25. So $25 or $50 for the weekend. Not bad. I guess I better buy one. Not bad. All right. I think Nathan's at work, so he's probably listening. Just message me. We'll have to talk tomorrow. Yep, it's a mandate. Come on. See, that's not necessary. This is where you have to put your jokes away. This is Nathan. He's a friend. And he's been the longest viewer of the show of anybody. 17, 18 years. All right. Nathan got me the link. Thank you for that. Okay, here he says, I'm leaving Thursday, May 4th from here. Will arrive Friday, May 5th. Need to get cleaned up and convention on Saturday, May 6th. Figured you can come out on Saturday. I'll meet you at the convention. I can get your ticket. Totally worth it. No, you don't have to do that. There is more my gig for a nerd convention, so I'm not going to trick you into paying anything, but not sure what you need for food, given dietary stuff we both have to consider. See you then. I heard the end of the show. Yep, it is crazy cool. Yeah. Awesome. We're going to have so much fun. I can't believe I'm meeting somebody from the show. Oh, somebody at the gym tonight. I wore Space Cowboy, Third Phase of Moon. And somebody says, Third Phase of Moon? Isn't that UFOs? And I said, yeah, it's my friend's channel. And they didn't know me, but they knew. I said, I've been on that channel the last couple of years, on and off. The last several months I haven't been on, but before that. And then they go, oh, it's those two guys, right? They're brothers. Yeah, they're twins. Yeah, they're twins, right? Oh, that's crazy. I said, yeah, you should check out my channel. Matter of fact, I think he subbed. All right, let's take a look. Let's see where our stats are for today. We're going to go and see if anything changed. And if anything changed, I'll let you know. Here we go. Oh, we lost a subscriber. We're down one. We lost one. 10,853. Yesterday was 10,854. That's all right. I told you it's just up and down, up and down. One up, one down, two up, two down, two up, one down, three up, four down, five down, six down. It's fun. Yeah, there's no Into Thin Air video. All right, here's the plan. They're leaving Thursday morning and it's 12 hours to get there for him. For me, it's not that far. He needs to get rested, cleaned up before Saturday. The Hero Con. Need me to get your ticket? I can. Let me know. It's not an expensive. No, I'll buy it. So I was thinking Saturday we could hang out, start at the convention, see if there are any visitors there. I have a lot of my electronics for detection, so we can use it. My night vision scope hasn't there, but that's fine. It was extra about you, but it would have been great. I know it's a couple hours for you to get Fort Myers from where you are. No big real activities for either of us. I'm figuring we'll both be a bit tired. Not me. I don't get tired until 6 a.m. I'll call you when I'm there on Friday afternoon, evening, but I do sleep when I'm on the road, so I'll be fine. The link for the convention is below. My main thing is to watch for visitors. After that convention in Indiana, I'm convinced they are among us, like observers that watch silverback gorillas or lions and other apex predators. We are the apex predators. They are observing and don't want to get eaten by us. See? Nathan, and he's not the only one who said this. How many times have you heard people say, I was at this convention, there was a guy who walked in and everybody stopped talking. He looked like a hybrid. He had no hair, very clean, very void of, imperfections on the skin. And he looked around and then left. And then somebody supposedly ran out after to go see who it was, and they were gone. That stuff happens. Of course they're among us. And I hope one is going to be among us that night, Nathan. All I know is there better be no anal probes. I don't, and it's not. Capiche? But I can't wait. It's only 3 days away. Oh, 4 days. I'm excited. Gonna go to Fort Myers. I've never been to Fort Myers. Been to Orlando. No, I mean Tampa. No, I was in Orlando once. Yeah. I didn't do any, Nathan, maybe I could do a stand-up somewhere. Go on stage. How fun would that be? You can videotape it. And then we can tell everybody it's real. Rich really does comedy. That would be fun. Go to an open mic. Now, we might be tired. You would have been tired. All right, forget it. It's over. Don't worry about it. I'm just throwing it. Just thinking about myself, all right? I'm thinking about myself. So what is Dr. Greer talking about lately? Dr. Greer explains the Cash Landrum case in detail in this video. Do you know that Greer knows a lot of stuff? Did you know this about him? He does. Check this out. Seriously. We never play any Greer unless it's in a movie from the Cousins brothers. I almost said the Greer brothers.
Look at this for a moment. This is a very interesting case.
Oh, I can't believe I almost
Cash
said
Landrum. You probably have all heard of it.
Yeah, you've heard of
This
Cash.
was actually a extraterrestrial vehicle that was being test flown by 4 humans out of the Nevada test range. And this we have from an Air Force intelligence guy who is the principal investigator. You'll see his clip later talking about the fact that he debriefed the pilots of this and what happened. As you know,
Okay, that's amazing. Nobody's done that. I haven't seen any video of those people being spoken to. Have you? Never. Is this real? Did Greer really get this? I don't see how.
the people underneath this object, when it was out of control, were irradiated and were extremely and very sick, had to be hospitalized. One of the famous cases.
They almost died.
Now, what happened is that when this occurred, they couldn't get the extraterrestrial energy power plant to work. So they put on, foolishly, a portable nuclear power plant on this.
Oh my God. We couldn't get the UFO to work, so we just connected a couple of nuclear power plants to that's all. We just, if you look at the date, That is only 3 days after Rendlesham Forest. Same year. That's cool. I'm not saying Cash Landrum didn't happen. I just don't think it happened the way Greer. They just slapped on a couple of, what do they call them? Nuclear powered engines. Yeah, that's what they did.
Please. And they were test flying it out of the Nevada test range, Area 51. By the way, nobody calls it that. But
oh, yeah, that looks like Area 51 to me, right? Right over Dayton, Texas.
People don't know what's out there. And it was being flown to a base in Texas.
Oh, okay.
It went out of control outside Houston, Huffman, Texas, I believe it was. And it came down and irradiated the land there. It actually, that whole road had to be repaved clandestinely. Now, the public was left to believe this was, the aliens came down and poisoned everybody. Or they didn't say. They were happy for people to reach and leap to these conclusions. In reality, we have now proof and testimony from the principal investigator for the Air Force who debriefed the 4 pilots on
Wow.
humans. And that object, my friend, was test flown by humans, but it was extraterrestrial. So this is a hybrid case where you have an extraterrestrial air form and systems, but the power energy system, they couldn't quite get to work. They put
My thing is this. Bob Lazar spoke about how this took place in 1980. 4 days or so after Rendlesham Forest, Bob Lazar said in the UFO he worked on, there were no rivets or connecting points. It was all like from an injection mold, all made from one piece and molded this way. And he said, I don't know, man. How they did this, he didn't know. Well, obviously, this is not a sports model. This is a different looking UFO. Bob did mention that there were several, I think 9 UFOs that were made to look like they were either cardboard cutouts, but they were leaned up against the wall, in just some warehouse, looking just like nothing. One even had an American flag on it where he thought, oh, so this is what people are misidentifying. So you think putting an American flag, Bob, on a UFO, the sports model, means that exactly what you said, oh, it's ours. This is what people have been seeing. They wouldn't put an American flag on it and fly it around. So stupid. That's another reason why I think Bob lies. Either that or he was part of a test and he told the truth. But here, if you think the way Bob Lazar was telling us about UFOs in 1989, this is 1980. So they just removed the engines from the aliens and replaced them with 2 nuclear-powered engines? And they lost control of it, and you know the story. Why would it need 4 pilots? Because it's better than 2. Much better than 1. Anywho, that's what Greer's been up to. Just spitting the old Cash Landrum case. 3 days, 5 days, whatever, after Rendlesham. That's interesting to me. What if that was the object that was going in and out of the trees? It's not what they described, but you know, their adrenaline was going. Now, you heard Colonel Holt on that audio recording. His adrenaline was going. He said he was nervous. He talked about how, you know, they didn't know what to expect. So when your adrenaline gets going like that, what do they say happens to you? You start seeing things that aren't really there. Your brain fills in the blanks and gives you false readings, false information. That's why the witness is not a 100% perfect when recanting stories. That's why they're cross-examined, re-questioned, questioned different ways. I messed up my own story without even trying. Because I forgot. It's just, you know, it was years ago and I don't tell the story that often. Yeah, it was around 3:15. No, it was 4 o'clock. What are you saying 3:15 for? All right, it was in the morning hours. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the exact. How could you not remember? You know, because 20 years ago, a lot of things happened. Your brain only needs to keep memory of what's important. Remember that. So the next time you get in a fight with your girlfriend, you say, I forgot. It wasn't important enough to remember. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Say, Rich told me that it's because it's so powerful that I couldn't understand what you were saying. You're just so smart. I don't know, guys. Don't do what I do. I open mouth, insert foot all the time. That's why I'm single. I remain single because I don't want to ruin somebody else's life. I'm a nice guy for doing that. A dispute. Check this out. In a bizarre story out of Ohio, cops were called to a Burger King to defuse a dispute that has erupted over all things, Bigfoot. Yeah. A bystander at the Burger King in Ohio phoned the police to alert them to what one imagines was a passionate argument unfolding between 2 men outside the restaurant. When cops arrived, they were undoubtedly surprised to discover the root of the dispute was Sasquatch. A similarly strange dispute happened back in 2016 when a man and his son's girlfriend got into an argument over the infamous flat earth theory. which culminated with a propane tank being thrown at a campfire and a subsequent call to police. People are very passionate about what they believe in. And it's why I think you need to be careful who you talk to about your paranormal information. Like, go fishing. And what I mean by that is throw some feelers out to your friends and family, see what they think. And then maybe a week later, not the next day or the next minute, maybe a week later when everybody forgets about that, you come out and say, I wanted to talk to you about something. And I think it's real. I'm not sure. But here's what it is. You would have prepared them at least a little bit to not have the knee-jerk reaction and call you crazy. Because I guarantee it, one of those 3 other people have experienced the same thing. But they're too chicken, too scared, and they don't want to come out and be ridiculed for it the way they would ridicule you. That's what's funny about this field. People ridicule each other, yet they're seeing the same things. Why can't we just calm down a minute? Think about what you're saying. I know. I should follow my own. All right, hold on. Helen sent me a video here, and I want to see if it is. Oh, it's an interesting video. But I want to wait. I don't know who this YBARRA is. Is this hers? Hey, Helen, that video you sent me, is that yours? Because it's really cool. This is the San Diego in 24, but I've never seen it before. And if real, it's a way better video of one of these metallic spheres than any military ones we've seen. The guy filmed it for 45 minutes. I wish someone would find him and interview him. Oh, it's not hers. It's someone else's video. So I'm going to show this. I'm watching it as I'm talking to you. It's really good. It is. It's a good video. That's why I want to show it. His name is YBARRA, 123 subscribers. Maybe I'll put a message out to him, see if he wants to give me a 3-minute video on what he saw. But this is amazing. I mean, it's literally just sitting there, not wobbling, not really going anywhere. I've seen something like this before. Now, I wish he was on a tripod and didn't touch it. Because look, if I put this right here, look, he's all over the place. I don't know where it's going. It could be going up, but I'm marking it to the side here. I don't see it going any higher than in between here and here. But now it seemed to move up just a little. Let's see if it gets even with this over here. Because that means it's gone up. And it's probably a balloon. Let's see if he moved. Location. That's really round, if that's a balloon. See, there's something weird going on. He's out of focus. But when he moves, I see something that's up here. That's long. Like it's connected to it. Keep watching over here. Why he stays out of focus is to hide what's here. I think. Watch. There's something there. You'll see when he zooms in and out. I can go back and he doesn't do it again. But you could even see it moving. You see what I mean? There's something up here connected to this, I think. I'm not sure. But why he can't get that clear doesn't make sense.
Looks to be, it's moving back towards the east a bit.
I'm going to go back here so you can see what I'm talking about. Watch up just above the center of it. You'll see something that looks like it's up here, above it, I'm telling you. It just wouldn't make sense to be a string, because why would it be up? Unless it's fake, and I don't think this is fake. Here, this is where it shows up, I remember. I see something. See, I see something being pushed around when it moves. I don't know. It's weird, whatever it is. Maybe there's an energy around it, right? If this is real, maybe it's legitimate. It's really round. I don't see any strings. I guess that's as focused as he can get it, because we just saw him focus in and out, and this looks to be the best he could do.
Appears to have 3 rods or something coming out of them.
I told you something. I know he is out of focus. I was right. He just doesn't, he can't get it into focus. Look, there's one hanging down right there. I see it. Yeah, I started over pretty much. Look, there's one. See it coming out the side? See it? This might be a legitimate UFO of some sort. Weird. Now, either that or it's balloons. It's a good one, Helen. Thank you for recommending this if you're here or listening later. Those rods are antenna. Probably. What's up, Lord Ludicrous? You know, I don't know, man. I like it, though. I do. I'm going to get back to this guy and see if we can, maybe Third Phase will want to talk to him. Who knows? It's a good sighting. It's one of the good ones. Hey, for all I know, because it's not in focus the way it should be, and I wouldn't put it past me if this guy did that on purpose, because that's what people do. But then why would he talk about it? So something is going on with that object. Maybe he has more of a story. Let me see the description here. See if he put anything. Show more. Let's see. This is the raw footage. That's all it says. Well, we'll have to take another look sometime. I'll have to get him on the show. Or whatever. It's pretty good. Thank you, Helen, for that. Damn. All right. And what else? That's it? All right. That's it. That's it. You run out, you leave when it's over. Thank you very much for hanging out tonight on the old Goof On. Mucho gusto generoso. Supporters of Goof On. Oh, wait. Here's $20 from David Wilcox. I had a feeling that was you. Planes, trains, and automobiles. He says, don't have any dreams about your hands being between 2 pillows. Those aren't pillows. How about them Cubs or the Bears? How about the Bears? Good game. Yeah. And a great movie. Yeah, I cry every time I watch it. And you know why? Because I miss John Candy. I really like that guy. Chokes me up. Thank you very much, Mr. Wilcox. Appreciate that. And thank you, newcomers and veterans, for bringing your... Oh, wait, I missed a super chat. Andrea Coran for $5. That was about 20 minutes ago. I'm sorry. I saved it so I wouldn't forget about it. And I almost did, but I didn't. I want to thank you. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On, as always. And I want to thank you for that. And I am going to double check to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So let's take a look. Andrea, Jeanette, Ben, All Things Good, Bernie Miro, and the Facebook, PayPal and Cash Apps, got all that. Thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Thank you, Andrea Coran, with the Super Dono, continuing supporter of GoofOn. Mucho gusto, generoso. Coran. Andrea Coran. And we'll be back tomorrow night right here on GoofOn, 7 p.m. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. For everybody involved, we wish you a very, very happy Tuesday evening, and tomorrow a very happy Wednesday. We do Truthology. Truthology for ufology. All day, all night. Mucho gusto, generoso. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Alien bless.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Warning. Failure. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.